What's going on, YouTube? It's No Fuss Giving Trey back with another video. And today I'm going to be talking about the 50 reasons that Pisces stays home like they're on house arrest. And I'm going to break it down for y'all. Now, one thing about it is that Pisces would rather stay home than to have to go through any drama or get into anything. Why? Because home is considered peaceful. Yeah. And see, the thing about it is, there's the drama stays outside, but the outcome and the result of the matter is the fact that Pisces stays home. See? Now, number two is the fact that the Pisces imagination itself entertains them. So Pisces rarely gets bored because of it. Number three is the fact that Pisces likes to charge alone, just like a smartphone on its charger. Now, number four is the fact that crowds tend to drain Pisces. Home feels emotionally safe. Another thing is that a Pisces don't like forced conversations or small talk, because that small talk is exhausting. So that's why Pisces would just rather, and choose to stay home. Now, number seven is that a Pisces enjoys their own company. They need time. They need time to process their emotions. Now, another thing is that with Pisces is the fact that they hate the forced conversation. Yeah, they hate the small talk. They enjoy their own company. They need time, to process their emotions. They dislike fake interactions. So here, a Pisces can sense when people are pretending or acting like they care. And see, somebody can act friendly, then all of a sudden, their energy feels off. And then a Pisces just avoids the whole scene. Now, a Pisces would prefer meaningful connections instead. So they would rather have one real conversation than 10 shallow ones. See, let's say there's a party going on full of just strangers versus one loyal friend. Well, the Pisces would rather have just that one loyal friend than all that, the whole bar full of strangers. And as a result, the Pisces just choose the loyal friend or just simply stays home. Now, one thing about Pisces is the bed, okay? Their own bed. Now, this could be a sofa. This could be a pull-out bed, water bed, doesn't matter. As long as this bed to a Pisces is somewhere where they can chill. And this type of furniture set, it all goes simply to the Pisces and them being comfortable. So the bed is winning. Here, let's say the invite comes after they already got in bed. Guess what? The bed wins. So that means that the Pisces is not going to get out of bed to go do something that you're trying to get them to do. Now, the couch is winning as well. So here, the Pisces gets attached to the comfort zones in their home. So let's just say a Pisces has that favorite blanket. It could be the food, and it could be a show on TV. It could just be the piece in itself. So here, as an outcome, going out feels like a downgrade compared to these. Now, also, in a Pisces home, the snacks are winning. So here, food at home hits different when a Pisces is relaxed because they got all their favorite snacks at the house. They may already have snacks that know what, and I'm going to tell you, they may already have snacks and no one annoying them at the same time. So here, if you make plans with that Pisces, you best believe they get canceled because of it. So the blanket is also winning because I'm going to tell you, Pisces loves comfort when emotionally tired. So here, they can be, quilted up, wrapped up, had the phone on do not disturb. They could just, have that experience of peace being restored to their soul. And see, who loses out of this? The outside. Now, the TV is winning as well with Pisces because Pisces escapes through shows, movies, gaming, or music. And see, let's just say it's a Pisces favorite TV show with a series, and this series tends to pull them into another world. So as a result, the Pisces does not feel like leaving reality. Now, another thing is Pisces gets, they get people fatigued. See, a lot of times you could be talking to a Pisces, next thing you know, you start yawning, you start, getting sleepy, and that's not done on accident, okay? So one thing about it, Pisces may like people, but then at the same time, they could just get tired of them. See, at the same time, too much talking, explaining, laughing, responding, and just questions being asked, constantly. This can, cause the Pisces the need for isolation. Another thing about Pisces, they absorb energy easily. So here, if there's bad moods, they can definitely stick to a Pisces. So this is why a Pisces would rather, somebody else's, put it like this, they would rather be home than, and to avoid these things, because let's just say, for example, somebody else's drama ruins Pisces mood, and see, a Pisces just chooses, home instead of absorbing the negativity from that person. Now, let's say there's just too much stimulation that overwhelms them, because let's say there's too much lights, bright lights, music, noise, and people can, definitely overload a Pisces. Now, let's just say, for example, there's a noisy club nearby, a bar, just a loud group, in itself, which will mean what? It could be chaotic energy for Pisces. So then that's why a Pisces could just, simply check out mentally. And like I say, more than likely stay home. Now, I'm going to tell you why a Pisces likes to stay home as well, is because it feels predictable to them. Outside is unpredictable. Home is controlled, where, I'm going to give you guys a scenario. Let's just say at home, there's no random drama, no surprise arguments. So here, a Pisces just chooses peace over drama. Now, another reason why is because home feels comfortable to a Pisces. Comfort matters more than appearance, see, to a Pisces. So here, let's just say a Pisces knows, okay, if we were to go out, I could dress up, but pajamas feel better today, you see. So comfort ends up winning at the end of the day. Now, another reason is that, see, Pisces don't have to perform. And see, outside oftentimes requires, a social version of themselves. And let's just say, for example, where they're smiling, talking, reacting, being on, just lit. So at the same time, a Pisces can stay home where they can just exist. Now, another reason is because there's no social mass needed here, because Pisces can just drop the act at home. A lot of times, for an example, there would be no pretending, see, no pretending to be okay. And see, as the outcome, home becomes the emotional honesty in itself. Now, there could be no explaining themselves as well, and this feels good to a Pisces, because like I say, Pisces gets tired of people asking, why are they quiet? Why are you so tired? Why are you distant? And see, let's just say, for example, someone asks Pisces, why are you acting like that? Well, Pisces can definitely, as a result, they would avoid the question by staying home. Now, let's say another thing with Pisces, why they would stay home, is they don't want no drama. They don't like drama, okay? So Pisces hates unnecessary conflict. They already have internal conflict sometimes. So here, let's just say somebody, somebody that the Pisces knows, which is, those certain people will be there, okay? So then at the same time, a Pisces will stay home to avoid the mess. Now, let's say, there are people, that bring stress on. So, this could lead to a Pisces simply, wanting to stay home so they don't have to experience the unnecessary stress, because leaving the house can become a whole event, like going to the grocery store. So as a example, let's just say the Pisces knows they got to do several things just to get up and go and get out the house, so that it could be a situation where they got to get dressed, then they got to drive, then they got to spend money, then they got to deal with people. And oftentimes this leads to a Pisces deciding that it's not worth it, so they end up staying at home. Now, another thing about Pisces is they enjoy dreaming. So here, a Pisces, needs time to imagine their future, make decisions, or just, stay focused on the situation at hand or a goal. So like you could find a Pisces a lot of times sitting alone, thinking about their goals, love, success, escape in itself. So as a result, their inner world becomes more interesting than the outside world. Now, another thing about Pisces is they can enjoy creating. So here, a Pisces energy in itself, we know to be creative. And see, one thing about it is that a Pisces can be creative in such a way where they like to make videos, music, thumbnails, GIFs, ideas, scripts, just being the pioneers, themselves in the situation. So as a result, they can like to, just want to revert to staying home because it becomes, a productive um, situation for themselves. It keeps them productive. Now, also a Pisces just simply, enjoys relaxing. So here a Pisces doesn't always want stimulation. Sometimes they just want softness. And an example could be like just a quiet room for a Pisces, low light, no pressure, just that peacefulness. So as a result, this means that the Pisces can recover. Now, Pisces also enjoys thinking. So here a Pisces can sit and process patterns. This could also be related to daydreaming, as a Pisces can sit and process patterns and even anything that they may have, went through the day that they may have to, pay attention to in case they missed it. So as an example, let's just say, that a Pisces might just want to sit in the house and just think about people, motives, life, their intuition. As an outcome, it's like the alone time in itself, it creates clarity for Pisces because that way they can get their thoughts out. Now, one of the main things what Pisces likes to do mostly that a lot of people don't know about, they don't talk about, is that, Pisces enjoys absolutely doing nothing. See, so doing nothing is not always lazy. Sometimes it is all about healing. So let's just say, for example, there could be no plans that need to be made. Just simply the Pisces may not have no plans, so there's no obligations, no noise. So what does this result in? A Pisces can feel restored by it. See, now one thing about Pisces, they prefer 3 real people over 30 random people. So here a Pisces will value depth. See, because in itself, for example, if there's a big group and there's, invitations versus what, just a trusted inner circle, who you think Pisces would choose? Obviously the real connections. Now, one thing that a Pisces oftentimes stand by is quality over quantity. So here Pisces does not need a big social life to feel important. Simply all they would do, they would rather have peace than popularity. Okay, so as a result, the smaller circle will include the better energy. Now, another thing about Pisces, they become selective with age. So as they get older, let's say there's a betrayal, then Pisces just stops giving everybody access. So here, as an example, they used to go everywhere. Now they just choose carefully. See, they can become very selective, as I mentioned. So as a result, people can call them distant, but they really are just wiser than before. So another thing about Pisces is they like to protect their energy. Oftentimes, Pisces learns that not every place deserves presence. So, for example, the vibe, if it feels off, it will be before they leave. See, now they may stay at home and avoid, the whole regret itself because of it. Now, another thing with Pisces, they trust their own space. So here, home feels like a reset button for them. Here, as an example, when life gets too heavy, they retreat into their own cave, meaning their home, their shell. So the outcome of this will be that they come back stronger from it. Now, another thing about Pisces is the outside feels chaotic, where people, traffic, noise, drama, pressures are all around them, outside. So let's just say, for example, one simple plan becomes too much. So Pisces rather choose the calm, idea, the calm decision, which is to stay home. Also, home feels healing. So here, Pisces heals in private, as we know. And as an example, they need time away from everybody's opinions. So that way they can, separate them from, the emotions that they absorb. And see, one thing about the result of it is that Pisces becomes Pisces becomes healed because solitude becomes medicine. Now, one thing about home, it becomes a sanctuary for Pisces. Their room or their house or their basement becomes, the sacred place, sacred space for themselves. So, for example, their bed, music, phone, their favorite food. As a result, it could be they, guard that peace that comes with it. Now, another thing that a lot of people don't know, see, home becomes a recharge station. So you think of like Tesla, where they got to go and park, they don't, put the gas in, but they operate off of, electricity. So they have to like, park at the little station thing with the recharge station, in other words. So like a phone battery, Pisces needs charging. So let's just say, for example, a Pisces social battery hits 1%. Then the outcome of it all is that they plug into solitude. See? Now, another thing about Pisces, and in home is that home becomes a retreat. So Pisces does not always escape people because they hate them, but they simply need to disappear to breathe. See, so sometimes as a result, they return when they're ready. Now, Pisces may oftentimes cancel because they don't feel like going. See, sometimes it could be the Pisces mood changing, and then all of a sudden, you know, people might try to hold Pisces to what they agreed to, but then later on, the spirit says no. See, but the outcome could be the simple fact that, that a Pisces would just, cancel. Now, one thing about Pisces when they cancel is that it's because they already had enough socializing, okay? So one day of interaction can drain them. So let's just say, for example, work calls, texts, errands, then all of a sudden the invite becomes too much when someone invites them. Now, Pisces may also cancel because peace sounds better. Peace becomes more attractive than excitement. For example, let's just say like there's a drama-prone event versus a quiet night at home. So which one do you think the Pisces would choose? The quiet night at home, the peace. So a Pisces may also cancel because they change their mind. So Pisces follows their inner feeling because of the inner conflict. Sometimes they feel both, very intensely on an extreme level. But here's the thing, as an example, the plan no longer feels right. So that makes the Pisces back out. Now, Pisces may oftentimes cancel because the intuition says no. And this can happen. Sometimes a Pisces cannot explain why. So as an example, something can feel off about the Pisces going or being asked to go or, and then all of a sudden, as a result, the Pisces could simply just stay home and later feel relieved. Now, Pisces may also, they like to recover from life in itself. So Pisces cares a lot of, emotionally. And when it comes to work and stress and relationship stress and family stress, as a result, then home becomes recovery. Now, Pisces, at times can be protecting their peace. So peace is not boring to Pisces, it's valuable. And see, as an example, let's just say somebody invites them around around messy energy where the Pisces declines, right? So another thing, Pisces, they enjoy solitude. So being alone does not always mean loneliness, okay? And I'm gonna give you guys an example. Let's just say that the Pisces actually feels better alone. That could be the case, but oftentimes other people misunderstand it. Now, Pisces are, also, they like to reset mentally. So here, Pisces needs mental silence. So this can happen, I'm gonna give you guys an example by, them experiencing too many thoughts or just being around too many people, which means what? Too many emotions. So staying at home could clear a Pisces mind as a result. Now, another thing for number 50 is the fact that a Pisces inner world is bigger than the outside world. So here a Pisces can have like a whole movie, dream, plan, and emotional journey inside their own head. See, so for example, other people may need, the outside world to feel entertained, where Pisces can create one internally. So it hits different. So then as a result, staying home feels like freedom, not punishment. But the thing about it is Pisces is not on house arrest. Like I say, Pisces just knows that peace is expensive and not everybody deserves access to it. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, smash that like button if you resonate, if you like the content. And I love y'all. Thanks for watching. Catch y'all next one. Peace out.